the World Junior Championship. Puck moves around to Michael Mrazek, one of 6 players on the Slovak roster who played in the spring under 18. So we better clear this up. There's the IHF under 18 tournament that happens in April every year. This tournament is for players eligible for next year's draft. The spring tournament is for players eligible primarily for the upcoming National Hockey League draft in a couple of months. But there are underage players, and in the case of Jesper Wallstedt, the Swedish goaltender, it's very dark in the west. Face off one back to Oliver Turan, and Turan's long shot goes wide, now picked up behind the goal by Michael Mrazek. And the centering pass is knocked away and brought up quickly by Lucas Raymond. Also a 2002 born player eligible for the 2020 draft. He walks in, and Raymond turned away in tight by Kozel. Point shot from Albert Luxen. And Lukasen. And that's swept away. Now the wraparound try from Raymond. He's brought down. And now chopped back to the line, and trying to hold it there is Lundqvist. And was poked home by Adrian Valadura for a goal in the first minute here in the first period. Tonight here in Edmonton, it'll be Canada against Switzerland. Slovaks will play Canada tomorrow. And now flipped down, icing waved off as Dominik Sojka goes back for it. And Sojka picks it up. Back at the point for Hlinka. His long shot pinballed wide. Hlinka holds the line. Feeds it back across, and that long point shot from Oliver Turan goes wide. Carl Sjoberg lifts it high in the air and back to center ice, and it's chopped ahead by Arvid Kosmar. The Swedes do have a pair of twin brothers, Joel and Max Wahlgren, who played for one prior to September 15th. If you're born after September 15th, 2001, you're a late birthday, you have to wait a year. Raymond works in, he's bumped off the puck. And now swinging back is Holtz. Feeds it across for Soderstrom. And now played ahead by Sojka. And defended well there by Bjornford, who did not take a hooking penalty.
Yeah, it's a fallacy to think that the international game is faster, and the first people that will tell you that are the international players. It's not a faster game on the bigger ice.
Soderstrom back for it, and now moved along by Mrazek. So a one-line tie here in the opening period. Oliver Turan back with it, a hulking Slovak defenseman at 6'5". And of course, whenever you see a tall Slovak defenseman, Chara comes to mind.
Well, if you're young and you're tall, you probably want to be a hockey player, because of Chara.
And the Paxio, Shaleftia. Alexander Holtz moves that down to the Slovak zone, and back to pick it up is Oliver Turan. There's a couple of 6'5" plus players in the Slovak roster.
Some big players.
Henriksen for Raymond, works in, Raymond shoots off a stick and wide. Now back at the point, Broberg a long shot, and that's Kosmar works it back across. That hard shot there by Bjornford, turned away by Patrick Kozel. Kozel had a really good year playing in the Slovak under-18 league, a .929 save percentage. And that long shot, Kozel had to look back, it's still loose under his pad now. And quickly back the other way is Raymond. Lucas Raymond drops it back for Holtz, and now fired right on by Soderblom, kicked away by Kozel.
So you watch Soderblom come up the ice and you look for quick hands. He takes that puck in traffic, and that's a quick shot. So really displaying some of those qualities and talents that scouts are looking for.
Raymond centers it, and that shot hammered high and wide by Soderblom. 40 seconds to go in the Swedish power play. Soderstrom on a long shot. That's tipped in front. Soderblom got a stick on that.
He's had 3 touches here in the last 20 seconds.
Soderstrom Leaves it there for Holtz. Drops it back for Henriksen. Henriksen winds in. A little backdoor pass there was broken up by Golian.
It's another touch for Soderblom. That's 4.
Here's Raymond back with it. Feeds it back across to Henriksen. Centering pass. Raymond throws it back. Here's Holtz in, shoots. And that was blocked by a sprawling Oliver Turan. Normally, television timeouts come the first whistle after 14 gone, 10, or 14 remaining, 10 remaining, and 6. But if a penalty's coming, they don't go to break. The idea there being that maybe generate some more.
It's being used as a testing of a few other rules that we'll get into.
Another factor, if the goaltender freezes the puck on the power play, you can choose which side of the ice you want the face-off on. And there's Holtz with a quick chance, and the teams begin the second period 5-on-5. That's not an insignificant move, Craig, because, you know, if your best centerman is right-handed.
Dressing room, between periods, what'd they say to you? Same thing they tell us every period. Have a good start.
Yeah.
But just quickly back to that rule about the freezing of the puck. So the opponent, the opposition team on the power play, on the offensive zone now can push you out of that strength because you can't change. Very interesting concept.
Albert Johansson put that high and wide and picked up now by Ludwig Hedstrom. Plays the Djurgården system in Sweden. You talk about Modo in Sweden, he's stuck in the Allsvensson, so it's EIK Stockholm there.
He was talking to Gerard Gallant, and he said Gerard Gallant was fully in favor of it because he said with everything going on the scoreboards, how big they are now, you know, rotations underneath with banners, he said sometimes it's hard to see the clock, and he said this is going to be good for the coaches too.
That pass misfires, a race for it now, and nothing wrong with trying stuff.
No. Following the Ivan Hlinka tournament a number of years back, the last group to do it was the 1994 age group, but they used to have a research and development camp in Toronto.
Yeah.
And they would try all kinds of different things with the group of the prospects coming up for the next year's draft.
Bjornfort works in, drops it off there to Lucas Raymond. He's turned away. Swedish coach Magnus Havelin goes to this Henriksen Raymond by Bjornfort. First power play now for the Slovaks. But the face-off controlled. Hedstrom can't clear it out. Turan feeds it down to Romiak. And the loose puck gathered up and fed down the ice by Hedstrom. And the other thing, Craig, you wonder, and you've seen this a lot, sometimes guys are just more physically mature than their peers and dominate because of that.
Well, and as we continuously talk about the scouting effort and the thoughts of scouts.
Turan works in. Romiak. The centering pass by Mrazek goes off a skate. Maxim Chajkovic had just been on for the Slovaks, so not in his first power play group for Slovakia. And sent down the ice by Lundqvist.
Back to the scouting.
He's off control by the Slovaks, and Jendek got a shot away that Wallstedt cleared away. Shots are 25-11 in favor of Sweden. The Slovaks scored their first shot. I guess theoretically their second shot. As I move back in front by Holtz, and there's this Henriksen line again for the Swedes. We don't keep track of ice time here.
Try to find out the history of the players.
Shows players' domestic and international results, which is quite valuable to us. Solvakia works it ahead now for the Slovaks. Now swinging back is Soderstrom. Through the middle, picked up by Gronhagen. Jakob Gronhagen tried to backhand that ahead, and now Soderstrom swings back to pick it up for Bjornfort. Tobias Bjornfort, another player who played for the Swedes in the spring under-18 tournament as an underage player. Now brought ahead by Turan. Fans on the first chance, and behind the goal picks it back up. However, Turan, the defenseman, leads the rush, plays it back in the corner. The shot taken there by Valagura is stopped by Wallstedt. Holtz works back in. Henriksen, as the Swedes are changing, throws it back in the corner for Holtz.
And a 4-forward, 1 defenseman power play set up for Sweden.
Powdered wide there by Bjornfort. Well, we've seen that in the National Hockey League, Craig, that it's become the rule rather than the exception, 4 forwards, 1D. And it seems to be making its way to Europe, that adjustment. Kosmar works it and shoots! And Kozel got just enough of that.
You know, based on what we just saw, I mean, it's always a surprise. And
Berzelius drops it back in the corner for Gretzky. 4 shots on goal for the Swedes, and that power play remains 2-1. The shots are 30-12 overall in favor of Sweden.
But I would definitely say that Thomas Montana is keeping a close eye on the 2 defensemen, Philip Broberg, number 4, and number 7, Tobias Bjornfot.
Sajkovic put that wide. Trying to dig it free again. Dominic Solvakia in there to help out as well, but the puck picked up by Kosmar, and he brings it back to center. Slides it rink wide for Gretzky. Now the centering pass in behind Kosmar. Sajkovic lifts that down to the Swedish zone.
30 goals scored in the National Hockey League, so it tells you that when you get somebody coming along that's breaking records at U16, it's pretty impressive. It's an indicator.
Turan works it in and brought down by Bjornfort. Bjornfort works his way across the Slovak line, lost the puck though, and Solvakia has it back.
I don't know if Bjornfot has the offensive ability of Morgan Riley, but he's got a skating base that's pretty near at the same stage of their careers, 17 years of age.
Remember Adam Boqvist in the tournament last year?
He was pretty darn good.
8 points in 5 games. First round pickup Chicago in the 2018 draft. Just saw him with the World Junior Camp in Kamloops. And now walking in, that quick shot taken by Kosmar. And Kozel makes the stop.
The net, and there they are with a chance on a power play that could even the score.
Didn't do much in their first power play. Solvakia leaves it there for Mrazek. Back at the point for Goliath. Now the backhand shot taken by Romiak, and once again for the Slovaks, their power play comes right after Sajkovic, who just had a shift, so he's not in the top power play. Romiak shoots off the pad, Turan and scores! Oliver Turan, power play goal.
Been badly outplayed for the last 30 minutes. They find their way back, and now here's that little shot. He kicks it out, and then he's just, you got to get over there a lot harder, but that's all developmental.
So Oliver Turan, a defenseman who did not score in 25 games playing for the... Yeah. So Oliver Turan, who scored in the power play a moment ago to tie it up, is back out there at the back end. And Mrazek has it. Maybe they don't like Sajkovic in their power play because he's still not out there.
He's out there enough, or they're putting him out there too much. So just quickly back to the Hlinka tournament a couple of years ago. So the Slovaks tie it up with the goalie out. Canada wins it in overtime. But that loss of 1 point hurt them. They weren't able to get to the medal round because of the loss of 1 point. This tournament can be unforgiving in that regard.
Turan back in the corner for Romiak. Takes the return pass. Romiak in the corner with it. A bit like the power play the Russians used at the Olympics. And now brought up by Mrazek. And now Romiak, a quick shot and a save made by Wallstedt. Rebound goes to Berzelius. Comes up with Kosmar. Swedes are changing, so Berzelius looked back. He had no one to find or a pass. He throws it towards the goal, and Kozel knocks that away. The shots are 33-16 in favor of Sweden in a 2-2 tie here in the second period.
Just that last line in a 2-2 tie says so much. Surprising 2-2 tie.
Kozel's been good.
Yes, he has.
Glasgow
Trying to get open ice.
Sweden now choose Slovakia 16-8 here in the period. 34-16 overall. Line held by Albert Johansson. Alexander Holtz swings it back. Up for Hedstrom. By the third period of the third game on Wednesday, these guys might be a little tired, though. Broberg left it there for Raymond. Walks it across the line, dropped it back for Holtz. Henriksen had that bounce away. And racing to it is Martin Volko. Raymond stole that away from him, and now Ludvig Hedstrom brings it back for the Swedes. Stolen back by Yenda. Carl Henriksen walks in. Henriksen got a quick chance, and the goaltender Patrick Kozel lost his stick. Now he quickly regains it. The puck loose in front. And Holtz for Raymond, and Raymond got straightened up there by Frederick Guido. Did not score in that power play. So 5-on-5 to start the third period. Now, of note for the Slovaks, Craig, we were talking to some of their guys between periods. They had two players injured in a pre-tournament game. And so as a result, they're playing short today. They've got two guys coming from Slovakia who will join their team tomorrow. Raymond throws it back in front of bouncing puck for Henriksen. He was spilled, and the puck trickles down to Kozel, who hangs onto it.
Was a penalty.
So it'll be Henriksen at center along with Holtz and Soderblom on the wings.
Team Slovakia penalty to number 10.
Soderstrom on the back end along with Raymond.
1 minute 16 seconds. Team Slovakia penalty last check.
Soderstrom works across the top, drops it back to Lucas Raymond. Cross to Henriksen. A centering pass goes off the skate back to Raymond. Now unloading, knocking that high and wide is Soderstrom. And Victor Soderstrom plays for the Brynäs organization in Gävle, Sweden. Drops it back. Holtz throws it back across. Score! Henriksen!
Kids in the hotel where there wasn't a lot of air conditioning. They were sleeping with wet towels on them, and they'd go put them in the bathtub where there was ice to just try to stay cool as they slept.
We're going there next year, Craig. Henriksen drops it back, and Raymond fired that wide. Not enthused. I'm actually excited to go to the tournament. I've heard great things about it in Slovakia and the Czech Republic.
Do you know what's going to be, was the last pick in the NHL draft. I mean, just think about.
Saw him at the under-18s in 05. So the funny thing about this is that you actually miss a year. A lot of these players you won't see at the World Junior next year, we'll see them the year after when they turn 19.
But even at the World Junior Summer Showcase, you get to see a lot of the kids. Like
It's remarkable.
Wave after wave of attack coming at him.
Philip Holmstrom picks it up in the corner. And now scooped up by Turan. Bouncing puck knocked away by Alexander Lundqvist. And now Solvakia back for it.
For the Edmonton Oilers, coming off of that second-round loss to Anaheim in 2017.
Goalie on a shot and the rebound, hammered on by Solvakia. And Jesper Wallstedt turns it away. If you're just joining us, Jesper Wallstedt's a 15-year-old in goal for Sweden. He's born in November of 2002, so not eligible for the draft until 2021.
Talk about taking U18 to a whole different level.
It's capital U18. Max Wahlgren works in and puts that wide. Can you remember 15-year-olds playing in this tournament very often?
No, I don't. I remember Andrei Svechnikov.
Right. He's done okay. That
Yes,
shot
he
off
has.
the pipe for Victor Soderstrom.
But he might have already turned 16 in his birth year. So.
Right.
Nico Hischier played as a very young.
Yes. That's the Lundqvist brothers, Joel and Henrik.
Was it this year where I read it? I'm pretty sure it was just this past New Year's. Their twins were born, one in 2017 and one in 2018.
Wow.
Yeah, we're twins, born in different years.
Yeah. Joel Lundqvist has always joked, Henrik Lundqvist's twin brother, that when Henrik is named to the People magazine 25 most beautiful people, he's his identical twin brother. Should he not be there as well? Henrik. Three and a half to go here in the third period. And swinging back is Philip Broberg, who had that dandy dash for a goal earlier in the period. Shots are 44-21 in favor of the Swedes. Soderblom works in. Plays it across to Holtz. But his top line is not disappointed for the Swedes. These top players, Holtz, and of course, Raymond, who's just shaken up, and Henriksen. That pass is picked on by Hromiak.
It will be, yeah. High-end players.
Alexei Lafreniere, who's been a much talked about prospect for the 2020 NHL draft.
Well, when you start talking, I mean, forget about the fact that he's in Rimouski, and that's where LeCavalier and Crosby were drafted first overall, but Lafreniere is the first 16-year-old Quebec League rookie to score 40-plus goals since Sidney Crosby in 03-04. There's been a lot of 16-year-olds come through the league in that period of time.
So the Swedes fall behind early in this game. They break it open here in the third, and they will open this tournament as Holtz misfired that shot with a 4-2